Okay, so this is a new world, so I never got to finish the base, and I thought I've done so much this one already, I can record a quick video of it. So we're going to start off in the most recent area that I've built, which is my guest house for my villagers. It turns out that to up the damage of a Morgan, you kind of need to kill villagers, so I decided to build a little area to house them. I did originally think you had to drop them into the lake. Turns out I was wrong on that. For some reason, they do tend to like to go to the very far end of the guest rooms. I have no idea why. These rooms here, I'm just going to quickly show this off. Basically, I did design it so you could go in there, and you can. What's my XP at the moment? 900. So you can go in there and just sort of basically deal with them manually. Oh, where do you think you're going? Oh, you're not going to get far. Yeah, there's no escape from the guest. Wise move. Do you want to go that way? Good man. Right. It's just to close that door. So basically, my guest quarters, very secure. I like to keep my guests safe. These, by the way, these switches, you basically make you use two ender pearls, and you right click that switch, and it turns into a different type of pearl, and you right click that switch with it. Then with another ender pearl, you right click that switch, and then you right click that switch, and it means the two are then linked. It's from the Gauges and Switches mod. You can't see it because the Mahawi interface is over the top of the other text. That's really annoying. This is a way of moving the text there. And the mechanism here, if I just turn this on for a second, and we just quickly go up here. Little convoluted, it does not need to be this complicated. But basically there is a fan that blows that way, there's a fan that blows that way, and a fan that blows that way. And beneath each guest room, or above each guest room, is a chute. So basically it'll toggle latch, and the essentially a NOT gate controls which fan is active. So for 60 seconds one is, 60 seconds the other one is, or 60 ticks, not 60 seconds. So in the spawner there. And again, the switch there is linked to the switch down the bottom. Right, let's just go down here. Not everywhere is decorated, as you can see. Oh, close that. Let's turn that off. Right. So from there, we've then got the Stella Eternus creator. It's got to be more uses for this thing than just creating Stella Eternus. But if there is, I haven't found any use that I kind of like. All the exposed cabling here, there'll be panels there eventually. This is just basically smashing durability of items which are being crafted, so that it keeps my mana topped up. It's not doing it very well, to be honest. Here we got my disenchanter. You put enchanted item in there, it goes down, it gets disenchanted, enchantment goes down into there and gets pulled into the system, disenchanted item goes in there, gets pulled into the salvager, which end result gets pulled back into the system. Excuse me 1 second. I beg your pardon. This was just making concrete. Oh yeah. To make this sword, the Morgan, I had to make another sword, and for that you had to put it in a lake. So I spent ages. I made a little swimming pool, and then I made the lake, and I didn't realise that the fog just, descends. So my swimming pool has become useless. Especially since there doesn't seem to be any more purpose to this water. I had deliberately built it underneath the guest houses in case I wanted to drop the villagers into it. For them to have a bit of a splash. I thought that's what you had to do to make the Morgan a bit stronger. Stay away from the bars. So the bars are not included in this hotel. Right. Obviously, some of those didn't actually count. Weirdly, the Evilcraft blood, which I have a lot of, couldn't be used in this. I had to use this mod's blood, which was kind of annoying. But that's modded Minecraft. It's just the way it is, really. Over here we've got the Infirmium Seed altar, the Infusion altar for mystical agriculture. I'll get these terms correct eventually. No automation going on in there at the moment. As you see, the stairwell hasn't been converted properly yet. There's lots of decoration needed to be done. This is another way of getting mana. So basically, these units are killing evokers at the moment, so it's getting me emeralds as well. It's a toying cost between them and that, killing them as fast as they can. But you know, I got a fair few jelly babies, so it's fine. Which is a very odd phrase to say. Let's actually close that for now. Right, so the main part of the base was actually this building here, which started off as 2 pneumatic craft village buildings. You know, there was one here, there was one over there, which I joined by a corridor. So I kind of cheated a little bit in the start by making these my home. But obviously it has some extensive changes and really needs to be more decorations done. These are getting me essence and pink slime. Basically the... Oh, it's gone. Basically the adult cows. I tried to wedge as many in there as I could. The adult cows are... Don't worry, they like it, because whenever they get fed, little hearts come up. The adult cows get fed. Baby cows get put into there. And this little thing here sends the baby cows to a farm. See, that little baby. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, another. Oh, never mind. And the farm provides us with, you know, just stuff, nothing important. Over here we've got a very small farm, completely inefficient, but I have a little drone. You can just see him tucked away there, and he will fly around and harvest the crops. And this little drone over here will go and pick up the stuff. Along with anything that happens to attack this place will get mowed down by these minigun turrets, and their drops will be picked up by him as well. All the minigun turrets are stopped by logistical drones. It is very inefficient, but it's the cool way of doing it, you know. Over here is my pneumatic craft room. Very squished together. So we're turning oil into diesel and LPG, and then into molten plastics and everything. We've got the compressor, got a constructor thing there. I forget the terms for things sometimes. In there is just a drill, a ore drill. It should be getting me some resources. Not very many, but just enough to tick the system over. Let's put the jetpack on. Some garden goaches. And over here we've set the excavators to have infinite yield. So basically the resources at the bottom will never despawn. Given how annoying it is to set one of these up, I just kind of wanted to keep them infinite. So this is actually getting me uranium ore. I got kind of lucky. I didn't know this uranium ore was there. You can see the core sample there. So 100% uraninite. And that goes off along this long conveyor belt. Yes, there's faster ways of doing it, but hey, that looks cool. Yeah. All the create stuff is powered by this water turbine, and we have the stress system turned off. Let's go back in. These switches, basically I have one that's linked up to my inventory, so if I turn it on, blocks in my inventory get pulled away. So if I want to do some manual crafting. Oh, got the jetpack still on. Here it just crushes blocks into plates. Let's see if I've got any plates that I can craft at the moment. Don't want caps lock on. Excuse the clicky keys. Still remember I got told, hey, this keyboard has clicky keys, like it's a fantastic thing. That's really annoying. But yeah, if I request plates, you can see they get pulled out, crust. I really like the aesthetics of Create. It's just a pretty mod. Lots of animations. Although apparently if you add a lot of it to one base, you're going to cause yourself some trouble. Over here, that's just for making the brass casings. I haven't had to make any more for quite some time. I need to put wood in there, manually at the moment. Wood goes down, gets sorted into stripped wood. Plonk goes a little thing on it, and off it goes. Plonk being a technical term. This one actually makes cables, but not very many. Just the design of it. And obviously the autocrafter. Everybody should be familiar with the autocrafter. Not autocrafter, mechanical crafter. So you make crusher wheels. Talking of crusher wheels, here's my ore processing facility. Now I can tell that my quarry has finished simply because this is normally a chock-a-block full of ores, so I need to relocate my builder and have that working another 1,000 odd chunks so I can get lots and lots and lots of resources that I'll never use. So yeah, obviously they go along, they get crushed, dust goes off. This was a room that I set up originally for making my applied energetic system. It's been repurposed since for making latex. So latex is being generated in there, latex there. All for, what's it, industrial foregoing? No? Yes, industrial foregoing. I really wish I could read that text. That is really bloody annoying. Right. That's a manual input for the grinders. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. This is the non-manual input, so you know, things being imported. Recipes if I ever need imported things. I had learnt that you can set up a dust as a recipe even though the dust actually goes off to a different system. So that's kind of handy. So this was going to be my main electrical room. Now it's mostly taken up by this turbine. Ignore the side rooms for now. So this turbine is generating me 1.3 million RF per tick. And the steam. These settings, I could up this and generate more, but as you can see I'm already pretty much just the right processing for the amount of steam I can provide. Over here is one of the processing rooms. This is when I started working with Lazier AE2. Some really cool devices in Lazier AR2. Pulse Grinder is one of my favourites. So Emmy requested not so much. Doesn't really seem to be very effective, to be honest. Here we have my main processing room. It is a mess. This wall used to be all ultimate smelters, but if you look at the speed this thing is running at, this thing is insane. Let's ask for some copper. Not some copper. Let's just ask for some cobble for a second. Are you telling me I have no cobble in my system? Okay, it helps if I spell it correctly. The disadvantage of being dyslexic. Okay, so this crate feeds into it. So let's just put this cobble in, and if we're quick enough, were we not quick enough? We weren't quick enough. Oh man, that's how fast this thing is. If I do this like this and then go like that, zoom. Look at that. I mean that's insane. That is absolutely insane. That's a vibranium furnace with the factory augment. There's one faster than that. I don't understand why there's one faster than that. There doesn't need to be one faster than that. But that replaced, like, I think I had about 5 or 6 of these ultimate smelting factories. Things got backlogged. Pulverizer, which is surplus to requirements, really. So, yeah, basically I've got some systems here where this is always kept stocked with enriched carbon. There's a little device in the back there that keeps it stocked. Like this one is keeping it stocked with enriched redstone. And it will craft enriched redstone. So it keeps it stocked, and then I have my import recipes that need enriched redstone. So basically I can request a lot of things and it will do every stage beforehand. Oh, wrong button. Induction smelter is new. I need to adapt that a bit more. I think that's pretty much all I need to show in here. It is a mess of cables, I know. What are these again? I know these were something useful. Oh yeah, rotary condensers, because they're lithium. So that's making lithium dust, and this lithium dust is being provided to the system. So this is a storage provider on this. Otherwise it would just keep going in the system and it would fill it with lithium dust, as you can see by the amounts in here. However, I should never need this much lithium dust in one time's creating. You know, if I ever do, then I'll eat my words. Right, let's go down here. This is another messy room. There's a lot of messy rooms in my base at the moment. One of the reasons for recording this is when I make things a little less messy, ignore that hole, then things will, it'll be nice to see things less messy. So basically these are my auto crafters, molecular assemblers and pattern dividers. I don't know why some of these are saying they're offline. I don't get that. They're hooked up into the system. They should be online. I think I need to completely redo my molecular assemblers and pattern dividers. Sort of make another room full of them, because a lot of these are saying, I mean that is online. It only has one recipe in it. So why are these two that are attached to the side saying offline? I mean, there's a cable at the top, so that's directly connected. Channels are turned off as well. We've got a lot of settings that make it for a more lazier experience. But you know, yeah, set up the game how you want to play it. You know, don't let anybody tell you how to play the game you are playing. Now, I don't understand why these recipes are jammed. Oh, okay, that's something I need to look at later. So basically we've got the auto crafters, although for some reason that is, as I say, jammed, and I think I'm just going to cancel out of these two. My hard drives, I plan to expand the hard drives quite considerably, but it takes time. Anyway, as I was also going to show you, I forgot that hole was there. When I had to kill a certain amount of withers, I made a specific river room to kill them. This rebar concrete is weatherproof. Tinted glass, as most people know, is weatherproof. You can see what I missed while I was building the river things, so I was manually killing them in here. I spent ages making this room, which I'll probably never use again. But I suppose it's a secure chamber to give a villager a timeout if they cause me problems. Okay, you can see the steam coming from the reactor over there. So this reactor is generating 40 steam buckets per tick, using 4.82 megabuckets of uranium. I can put the rods down a bit further to reduce that even more. I haven't tweaked it as much as I should have done, but in all honesty, uranium is not a problem. I have over 1 million of uranium ingots thanks to my excavator. Okay. Obviously we've got ethylene being generated. This makes me laugh. Basically, this is my emergency generator. So this generates 5,000 RF per tick. Now when it was created, it was done because the original reactor, which is this one over here, would occasionally run out of uranium. Now you see this one is being controlled by a computer craft program, has become the emergency reactor. Should anything happen to the turbine or anything happen to that reactor, this one will kick in, and this one is capable of generating I think it's 23k per tick. But basically this was the first reactor I built, and I'd run out of uranium, so once you run out of uranium, your applied energy... Go away. Once you run out of uranium, your applied energetic system cuts out. When your applied energetic system cuts out, you then have no access to any of your resources. So I built this emergency generator, capable of 5,000 RF per tick. Yeah. I don't think that would even make a dent right now. If my other stuff got turned off and I turned that on, the base would just power down. There's no way that can generate enough. But I kind of like it. And then I built that, and then I got told that this was the better energy system, so I built that. I don't think this generates that much. Is it 11,000 RF per tick? Is that even generating anything at the moment? Oh, should I turn it on? No, it is turned on. It's not actually doing anything. I guess because its buffer is full. Oh well. I suppose I could leave that on and then that will tick on immediately if anything cuts out. Yeah, okay. Okay. Obviously I've got my hydrogen and my oxygen. I have not started messing around with the nuclear stuff for mechanism yet. Isn't that pretty? This is just another way of getting down to that basement down there. Yeah, you may recognise that. Okay. Continuing down here, it's my hostile network system. Further down that corridor hasn't been done. But the hostile network system, I started learning how to use the modular routers. So basically, if I request a few pattern things, predictors, let's request. Oh, let's go with 30,000. 30,000 sounds like a good number. Right, we'll tell the system to make that. So basically, there is a wireless router behind there, which is providing power to all these simulators and all these loot fabricators. I could have put cables behind there, but I wanted to learn the wireless routers. And then you've got wireless routers that are basically sending the patterns from, I believe they go into this chest. They go into this chest. You can't see them at the moment because they're being used as quick. Oh, there you go. I just saw them briefly. So this chest fills up with patterns as long as there are patterns in my system. This sends them over to the simulators, and all loot gets retrieved and sent back into here. So this one is basically sending loot from oh no, pipes. Sorry, pipes send loot into this one. There's pipes hidden behind on the wall. There's actually pipes behind these as well, because each one feeds down to below it. There is a problem. I don't dare open these at the moment because there is a bug with hostile networks since the ATM7 4.26 update, which basically means if you've got a what are they called? Simulation thing. Hostile. So basically, if you've got one of these hostile networks data models of a creature that has been removed from the hostile network data models, then opening one of these will crash the game completely. That's a very bad bug. But cows, pigs and sheep disappeared, and I know that I've got one of these that has got a cow or sheep in it. So if I open the wrong one, then you know, trouble. I can open this one because I know the withers are fine. Obviously it's generated up to 99%.5, so basically it will generate a prediction. Prediction goes down into here, then gets converted into a never star. Never star goes into the chest, as does all normal predictions as well. They are pulled from the system before anything goes into these chests. Right, into these looters. Further down there is just nothing. I have not figured out a use for this corridor yet. Right, let's fly down. I've got a mechanism turbine in there ready for when I start doing mechanism, for when I get the mechanism steam. You can hear the miniguns doing that. It'll be like that. Just turn my speaker down a bit. I could light up the area so things don't spawn in this area. But come on. Miniguns. Miniguns are cool. I was kind of hoping I'd be attacked by the phantom things. They seem to attack me most nights. And if I'm stood here when they attack me, all of these turrets aim upwards, and then the Phantom is gone. I've no idea what happens to it. I think it just goes to sleep. So. How cool is that? I like my anti-air system. Now, I think that's pretty much all of my base to show off. The teleport room is not really done. That's very, very work in progress. I think this will take me to my mining quadrant. Oh, why aren't resources going if the builder's still working? This chunk is loaded. Yeah, chunk loaded. You can see the quarry has been busy there, and the quarry has been busy there. It did hiccup at one point. One of the updates kind of screwed the quarries up. They fixed it very quickly, but yeah, you can see where it kind of left resources. But it does mean I can just sort of come in here, and if I just switch over to my better pickaxe. Yeah. Well, that was silly. Normally you turn a magnet on. But yeah, builders, yeah, slightly overused. Oh, it's going to take me forever to fly back up. So yeah, that is my base so far. I've probably forgotten a fair few things. I know last time I did a base video I realised that I'd forgotten quite a fair few things. Let's go up. I haven't got a lift in yet. I haven't got a full-blown mine going yet. And a funny little fella. What do you drop? Right, 38.2. Did you increase it? No. I guess I just have to go slaughtering more villagers. Oh well, say the V. Oh yeah, that's how I'm getting my blood for my evil craft system. There's pipeline underneath here that you can't see. Let's have a quick look at the villagers. They might have stopped trying to run now, I don't know. You think they'd be great for the accommodation. I mean, I provided them a sink. Let's just make sure I'm generating plenty of mana. I mean, each villager room is, you know, provided with 2 beds, a sink. They even have a door. I had it in my head that if you put a door in a room of villagers, that they will multiply and provide kids who provide so much more XP. Yeah, or so much more for your sword. But they just seem to occasionally they'll open and close it, and that's about it. But oh well. I wonder how many villagers you can fit in a single room. These things we just have to try for science, you know? Anyway, that's my base so far. Nothing too amazing, I know, but hopefully I've done a few things slightly different to how most people will do them. I may have gone a little bit overboard on my villager thing, and I wonder how many other people thought about making a swimming pool for their Maho Lake. Yeah, I like my Maho Lake limit swimming pool. Don't like the fog in it though, which is why I stopped myself from going all the way down the ladder. Anyway, that's all.